Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to recap the New York Knicks versus the 76ers game that just got wrapped up. The Knicks have fell to them 109-89 and did not play competitive throughout the entire game. We were sort of competitive in the first half, but it all fell apart in the second half, and only two players showed up for the New York Knicks tonight, and that was Julius Randle and Alec Burks. Both of them looked like guys that understood how to put the ball in the rim, and they look like team basketball players, and I feel like we should be happy with their performances, but the overall team play overshadows that, and especially the play from RJ Barrett is a little concerning because he definitely had one of his worst nights of his entire career, and let's hope that he never has to replicate that. So in this video, I'm going to break down everything I saw from tonight, give you guys some of my takes, what went wrong, what do they need to improve on, some of the rotations, all that good stuff. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to Knicks Media and hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I'll be recapping every single Knicks game throughout the season, whether they're losing, whether they're winning, it doesn't matter. So again, make sure you subscribe for all the latest New York Knicks content. With that being said, let's jump right in. So first off, let's start about what happened tonight, which jumps out of the paper, which is RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett had a nightmare of a performance. His opening night, he started phenomenally. You couldn't ask for a better start to the season, starting 8 for 8 from the field in the first half, and then he finished the game shooting 11 for 15 with 26 points really efficiently. Tonight, the opposite. He finished shooting 2 for 15 from the field. Yikes. Overall, I think the reason why RJ Barrett struggled tonight was because of Ben Simmons. I'm not saying that RJ isn't good enough to go up against top-tier defenders in the future, but tonight, Ben Simmons completely locked him down. Ben Simmons is one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA, and he completely made RJ Barrett uncomfortable. RJ couldn't get to his spots. He was missing open threes. He didn't get into rhythm. He ended up missing wide-open layups, contested layups, stuff that he was always making throughout his entire career and his entire life as a basketball player. He's known to be a slasher, known to be finishing through contact, and tonight I think he got in his head and he got a little out of sync. Am I worried about RJ Barrett? Absolutely not. This will happen. I even said this morning in my live video that I was previewing during this game, if you guys did not see that, I said, listen, RJ Barrett, I'm hoping he has a good game tonight, but if he struggles, it's not the end of the world. We have to put into account that RJ Barrett is going to have some off nights. He's still 20 years old, and he still has room to grow. But at the same time, he definitely needs to clean this up. We cannot see this happen more than once or twice throughout the regular season because this is his second year in the NBA, and he needs to take better shots. I feel like when he lost his rhythm, he started taking terrible shots, and they were not falling, and it was getting really out of sync. The one thing I will say that's positive about RJ Barrett's game tonight is he definitely showed up on the defensive end, and he was crashing the boards and facilitating the rock. That's what you want from a basketball player that's struggling, especially the way RJ Barrett did shooting the ball. If you can't score, or if you can't get to the rim, you can't basically put the ball in the rim, do other things. Play good defense. Get in the passing lanes. And that's what RJ Barrett did. He was all over the floor. So that's one thing I will say, RJ Barrett, he did not stop. He went to the free throw line. He converted 7 of 9 of his free throw attempts, which is a good sign. He finished with 10 points, 6 boards, and 4 assists. So that's really my take on RJ Barrett. I'm not too concerned about him for the future, but tonight definitely was a struggle for RJ Barrett. And I also want to talk about Julius Randle real quick because he looked really impressive to me tonight, and if he can keep up this play for the rest of the season, I think Knicks fans are going to grow to enjoy watching Julius Randle play basketball because I know a lot of Knicks fans, including myself, have been on top of him and have been, harping the Knicks to trade him. But if he plays like this, maybe he's a really good trade bait at the All-Star break, or the trade deadline, rather. So Julius Randle finished with 25 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, shooting 11 for 15 from the field, 2 for 2 from three-point land. This type of Julius Randle is a guy that is trying to get his teammates involved, and he's shooting the ball when he needs to. Last year, I felt like Julius would take ridiculous shots and he would turn the ball over way too much, and he wasn't looking to pass. Now I feel like he has a pass-first mindset, and that's why his buckets are coming naturally to him, because Julius Randle is a productive guy. If it wasn't for Julius Randle tonight, it would have been a blowout from the first quarter. He was our only consistent scorer outside of Alec Burks. Alec Burks and Julius Randle were the only two guys, like I mentioned, are the reasons why we scored 89 points. The biggest takeaway from this game, we do not have a point guard. As we know, last year we didn't have a point guard. The year before that, we didn't have a point guard. It's the same problem that the New York Knicks have had for a long time, and we do not have a true number one point guard. Elfrid Payton continues to struggle and look like a terrible player that does not know how to facilitate, does not know how to be a ball handler, cannot hit shots, cannot play defense. He just looks terrible. Dennis Smith Jr. right behind him looked really bad as well. So we had two of the worst point guard rotations I've seen on this Knicks in a long time. Unfortunately for Dennis Smith Jr., I had hopes for him going into the year, but he still looks like he lost his confidence. He doesn't really have a good feel for the game. He should be slashing. Instead, he's shooting and putting up bricks. So our point guard play is not good. Hopefully, Emmanuel Quickley will be back soon because he's our only hope to give us any type of spark for the future of this point guard position, because it is a crucial position for today's NBA. As you guys know, we need somebody that can shoot, facilitate, keep his head up, and get his teammates involved, and that's what Emmanuel Quickley can do. So hopefully he can get back, because I cannot take watching Elfrid Payton play basketball anymore. And I wish Frank Ntilikina got more minutes. He came in at garbage time. Alec Burks was running the point at sometimes, which I don't understand personally. Maybe Frank is not showing up in practice, and maybe Tom Thibodeau's philosophy is we're not giving any minutes, they're all earned, and maybe Frank's not playing well in practice, and that's okay. If Frank's not playing well in practice, then yeah, that's why he's not getting minutes. Frank needs to start playing better in practice so we can get on the floor, because I want to see Frank get a chance to see what he can do in year 4. If you give him the chance and he sucks like Elfrid is and Dennis Smith is, then we really have a problem. Hopefully we can get Austin Rivers back healthy as well, because he's somebody that could help out this point guard position, because again, it is not looking good. But another bright spot to the team is Alec Burks. Alec Burks finished with 22 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, shooting 4 for 6 from three-point land. This is his second game of the season. It's only the second game of the year, scoring 22 points. He looks like a volume shooter off the bench. He looks like a guy that's going to be consistent, shooting the ball beyond the arc, getting to his spots from mid-range, playing solid defense. And I don't really like him running the one at all, to be honest. I don't understand why Tom Thibodeau is forcing him to be the ball handler. I guess he doesn't feel comfortable with Frank or Dennis Smith being the backup at times, where when Elfrid Payton's not on the floor, they give all the roles to Alec Burks. I don't understand why they do that. The rotations are kind of funky to me, but that's what happened tonight. It didn't really work out. And overall, the team defense just wasn't there. They had some glimpse of hope on defense. They were all over the place, but Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris, these guys are just overmatched. I expected this to happen. I did not expect the Knicks to come out with a victory tonight. I knew that they were going to lose. I was hoping for a competitive loss, but we only had a competitive half. I feel like the New York Knicks are good for the first half, and then they fall apart. Kevin Knox is somebody I want to talk about because he looks impressive to me, where he looks like a guy that I think needs to get more involved in the offense. I like what I'm seeing from him when he's cutting to the rim. They're facilitating the rock. He can finish through contact. We saw a nice contested layup for him to start the game. Then he had a really nice three-point shot in the corner that was set up by Julius Randle. And then he had a really athletic-looking dunk. I want to see Kevin Knox take more shots. He only shot the ball 6 times. He was 3 for 6, that's 50% from the field. I wish he can shoot the ball more, but I don't really put that on him. I put that on the offense as a whole, to not giving him the opportunity. So I like what I'm seeing from Knox on the defensive end, and him crashing the boards and facilitating the rock. He had 4 rebounds and 3 assists. I want to see Kevin Knox get more involved. Maybe there's something in Knox that we don't see, and there's an untapped potential within Kevin Knox. But yeah, there's not really a lot I can take from this game. Mitchell Robinson looked good, was blocking his shots, getting relentless rebounds, putting it up. But it wasn't one of those Mitchell Robinson games where you're like, whoa, great game from Mitch. Overall, there's not too much to say about this game other than the New York Knicks look bad. And it's going to be a long season for the New York Knicks. We are missing a point guard play. We are missing an overall camaraderie with this New York Knicks team, and we lack that chemistry. And Tom Thibodeau is still trying to figure out these guys. I mean, this is what I expected to start off the year. I'm not sitting here all panicky. This is exactly where I thought the Knicks would be. They would be losing to the Pacers, and then they'll lose to the Sixers, and then tomorrow we have the Milwaukee Bucks. So it's going to be a rough beginning of the season for the New York Knicks, but at the same time, I do think there is light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like this New York Knicks team are going to start gelling throughout the year as it progresses more around the All-Star break, where the Knicks will start playing well together, but we will see. Stay tuned on this channel for more Knicks content. Let me know down below your takeaways from this game, because a lot happened tonight and a lot didn't happen tonight. So let me know down below. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more Knicks content. That does it for this video. Let's go Knicks. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.